It's spicy and saucy as hand-cut stir-fried beef, packed full of herbs. It's Thai Basil's spicy stir-fried beef. Welcome back to Wok Wednesday. We're on the wok hob. Let's get on to the stir-fried beef. I'm going to start with some finely sliced onion. And this is a classic Wok Wednesday because it's really quick, easy, and the first thing you've got to do is set up your wok clock. To go with that onion, I'm going to take about half a red pepper and then just finely slice that. And then I've got some garlic, just finely chopped. And this is a spicy dish, so we're going to go for 2 birdseye chillies here. If you don't want it too hot, then just use 1. But I want to sort of make this stir fry kind of blow your head off type of spicy. To go with those chillies, more chillies. And these large red chillies are not going to be as spicy, but I quite like the sweet flavour and that chilli flavour that you get off them. This is really simple, this stir fry. My herbs, I've got some Thai basil, really lovely and fresh, and then some coriander as well. I'm going to use the stalk, and they can go in along with that garlic and chilli base. And then what I'm going to do with my rump steak is I'm going to slice nice thin slices into it, and then I'm going to kind of make homemade mince or chunks of beef. And then just roughly slice into that again. And I want my mince to be slightly chunkier than if you were to put it through an actual mincer. And with this, just have fun with it, but be careful. Keep your fingers in the right places over the top of your knives, and just... This is actually a really traditional way of mincing your meat in an Asian household. My mum still does it. And then you've got your very rough and ready homemade mince. Now I'm going to keep this really simple. We've got a nice plate of sliced up veg, our freshly minced meat here. The sauce, all going to go in one go. I'm going to start with about a tablespoon of prik, which is a Thai chili and garlic paste. Some oyster sauce, not too much, because I've got fish sauce coming into this as well in a second. A little bit of light soy sauce, and then the fish sauce. And you see I've used less fish sauce than light soy. So I want that sort of flavour of the fish sauce, but I don't want it to be too overpowering. So I'm going to balance that out with roughly a tablespoon of palm sugar, or normal sugar, or brown sugar will work. And that'll really caramelise this sauce around the beef. Lastly, to just deepen the colour a little dash of dark soy, and then we'll get a nice earthy colour and texture in this stir fry. Now, let's get woking. Now you don't have to do it this way. You could start at 12 o'clock with your onions and then put in your beef, say sort of third on that wok clock there. But I'm actually going to start by searing my beef mince first so that the beef mince has all the possible heat it can to collect before I then take it out and then bring in the rest of my ingredients. I'm doing that to sort of keep or separate out the nice homemade beef mince. Smoking hot wok, oil smoking hot, my beef gets that real sizzle. Try not to move the wok around too much at this point, because you want that beef to get a really nice seal and start to separate out. You can see I'm just sort of chopping into the beef mince more before I then go underneath and fold over, and then continue to chop in again. All of this on a high heat. Once your mince is kind of separated through but not fully cooked, I'd recommend, if you're cooking it first like I'm doing, to remove that straight away and then give your wok a quick clean. Once the beef is cooked, the rest happens in a couple of minutes, if not seconds. You're really, really quick from here on in. Oil based around that wok again, smoking hot heat before your first ingredient goes in, and that's my onions. break that up. And then your next, my peppers. A couple of flicks through, and that just folds that sort of heat or smoke through the wok. Now before my garlic and chilli goes in, I just want to make enough space for it to hit the wok on quite a fierce heat. I'm going to go for all of these sort of base spices in together, so my garlic, my chilies, and my coriander stalks, mainly because I know that my heat is at a really good temperature. If your heat's a bit slower than this, maybe you go one at a time. And then the rest happens really fast from here because my beef is already just over half cooked, and that can go in along with all its juices. My sauce, and this is why we have everything so ready and prepared, so it's nice and easy. Now it's going to hit the bottom of the wok and start to sizzle up and caramelize quite quickly. So it just needs a quick flick through and a couple of tummy in the heads. Whilst that's happening, you don't want it to go for too long. You're going to get a whole load of this Thai basil and throw it in, stalks and all. There's so much flavour in the stalks, along with some coriander. It's almost like garnishing in a hot wok. Flick that through, tummy in the head, flick that through, serve up. To taste. I love this dish because it's so fragrant and naturally flavoured, but also that way of mincing the meat kind of gives you sort of slightly irregular sort of chunks of beef here or there, and it's stir-fried to perfection like that. Honestly, you're gonna love it. Thanks to Neff for sponsoring this video, and thanks to the beef for making it so tasty.